What's going on, chat? Hope you're having a good day. I'm not sure if this music's actually gonna be fine or not to play, but hell, guess we'll find out. I certainly hope so. Considering I am paying a licensing fee to fucking play it. But I suppose it's also a likely possibility that I'm licensing the software, not the music. That would be fucking annoying and stupid, but you know, what do I know? So, like I said, I hope you guys are having a good day. Today is April 3rd, which is exactly one day before my 22nd birthday. I will be turning 22 tomorrow, and 3 days after that, on the 7th, I will have been streaming for 4 years. You know, with it being an anniversary and whatnot, I feel obligated to kind of, you know, look back. I've done this in years past, but last year I feel like I didn't do a very good job of it. Mostly because I feel that I don't know, I was playing with somebody and it felt kind of wrong to, you know, interrupt that flow with, like, you know, stats and numbers and analytics and all that stuff. Alright. So, let's see. Give me just in one moment. This is called being prepared, kids. Are you ready, kids? Alright. So, a year to the date, as of right goddamn now, right? Should we start with numbers? Should we start with story time? I'm gonna start with story time so we can lead into the numbers. So for the last 4 years that I've been doing this, I've loved every minute of it, pretty much. It's been stressful, no doubt, just because part of doing this is being my own boss. And I gotta tell you, I didn't realize this was gonna be a problem, but like, I'm my own worst employee. Like, I think, I don't know if this is, you know, an everybody thing, but for me personally, it's been really hard to kind of motivate myself to kind of work. Let me switch scenes so you can see me. It's been really hard for me to motivate myself to work. Especially considering there's no deadlines, there's nothing. You know, there's nothing stopping me from just like slacking off and doing nothing for every day, all day. Besides money, obviously. And since, like, I would say I haven't seen a whole lot of monetary success doing this, it's also not really a kind of a motivator. So the last 4 years, I've just kind of, I'll start a project that I think will help me grow, and it seems that if I don't see like near immediate success doing it, which is ridiculous, a ridiculous expectation, I kind of, you know, maybe a couple months. I think the longest one was when I was just uploading VODs, and even then, like, you know, after about a year of doing it, I just lost interest and kind of fell off. And so I'd stopped doing it. In Eclipse, it was only a couple months. And so, about 4 months ago, a lot of fours today, I started doing what I normally do about that time of year, and I kind of look back at what I've done the past year and see, like, you know, look at the numbers and look at my expectations and my goals and see if I've met any of them or if I didn't. And, like, what's changed? And, actually, I looked all the way back, to when I first started streaming, and it kind of, I think it woke me up. I've just been lazy, and you know, the fucking I had this expectation that, like, you know, if I just streamed like pretty much every day or at least 5 days a week, that I would be partnered and making money by the end of the 3 years. And this whole time I had spent blaming Twitch. Oh, it's Twitch's fault. It's their fault that I'm not big and whatnot. They have terrible this, terrible that. They don't support small streamers as well as they could. And I think there's a small grain of truth to that, you know. But I think most of the fault and most of the blame is on me. I kind of sequestered that over a month. I sat reflecting on it, thinking, like, because the last 4 years I haven't really put the work in. And it's this weird thing where this is something I'm very passionate about. I'm very passionate about streaming. I really love doing this. I love playing video games, and I love, you know, being funny while I'm doing it. And, you know, if I'm not passionate enough to put the work in for this, for my dream job, while I have the opportunity to do so, when I have the opportunity to dump all my time into it, then, like, what chance do I have, right? So, about 4 months ago, after like a month of kind of reflecting on the fact that, like, if this is really what I want to do, I need to put the work in. I started putting the work in. So, I've already kind of spilt the beans because I was gonna wait until, like, you know, now to announce the existence of them. But I created 2 YouTube channels, and I revamped the original one, my regular YouTube channel. So now we have Silent Comedian Clips and Silent Comedian VODs. If you need links to either of those, here, I guess I can. This should work. There you go. Those are links to my YouTube channels. VODs is where I archive all of my more funny or enjoyable videos on demand, my more funny streams. And Clips is just where I take all the funny moments that I happen to, you know, see in a video and slap them together and throw them up on there. But yeah, so I started doing that, and then I also started making reviews. So I've got, like, what? Let me check. Right goddamn now. Live on stream. Shut up, me. So as it currently stands, I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 live reviews. You can go watch them right now. They're open to the public. And I've got one behind a paywall on Patreon, and that'll be the case for about 2 more weeks. So I'm uploading those on the 1st and 15th of every month. I managed to, you know, do more, I will, but otherwise, that'll be my schedule for those. The God of War review, the new God of War review, went up. That was the last one I did. It went up 2 days ago on the 1st. But yeah, if you want access to the other ones, you can go on Patreon, and I think the $3 tier is the lowest one. $3, you get 2 early videos a month, and I might, you know, figure out some other stuff to give you guys on Patreon, because I'm not particularly happy there. But that is something I also changed, is I changed Patreon. I felt the Patreon was too similar to just being a Twitch subscriber, and I didn't really give enough, like, bonuses, and, you know, so I kind of varied them up a bit. So now there's, like, the first tier on Patreon is entirely focused on my review videos. So $3 a month, you get those. You'll get 2 videos early for 2 weeks. You'll get each month, and that'll be $3 a month. And then, you know, there are the other tiers, which I think can check. Let me go ahead and do that. So, I kind of hate how Patreon's fucking shit works. It's like no easy way to see all my tiers. I have to like go on my Patreon's website and then scroll through that. I can't just like go to my settings or something. They're like 3 tiers, and they all have like the previous tiers stuff. Pretty much the same changes I had before. It's just that I changed the first one to be focused on the review videos. Still get Discord, still get a Discord rank and all that stuff like that. Anyway, there are some other changes I'd like to make in the coming year. Starting with what's going to happen next week. I'm going to start giving myself vacation time. Previously, I'd only allowed myself pretty much a week of off time, and I find that I pretty much spend that with family, which isn't really like a kind of recharging experience for me, like at all. I mean, yeah, it's enjoyable, but it's not like really recharging my creative juices, my batteries. So I'm gonna be adding another week, and I'm gonna give you guys a notification ahead of time. Like I said 2 weeks ago, I'll be taking next week off. I'm gonna give you guys, you know, a 2 weeks notice before I do. You'll know. I probably should also add it in the Twitch schedule thing, whatever. Another thing is, I'm gonna be going ahead and moving up my stream start time to 3 p.m. EST. I seem to draw a more European-focused audience, and plus, you know, 3 p.m. is kind of a decent time for American audience as well. I probably won't be able to get much like West Coast crowd, but that's okay. I'll accept that. So we're gonna be starting 3 p.m. Eastern from now on. That'll be the thing I'm doing. But there is the exception that you know, my dad gets home from the grocery store or whatever. I'll be taking a break from streaming to like help him bring groceries in or whatever. You know, there's occasionally times when my dad wants me to help with something, so that's why I kind of hesitant before. So, but I think the extra time will kind of counteract, maybe. Yeah. I'm also gonna be I'm thinking about making super clip videos where I take like all the clips of a particular game and like kind of just slapping them together. I don't particularly like editing all that much, so we'll, you know, we'll see. It's a lot of work and I'm kind of bad at it, so. I'm also gonna be I'm gonna be changing my schedule a little bit more. I want to add I think I'm gonna start doing like more variety streams, and I think a good way to, and by variety streams I mean like not just video game stuff. I'm gonna focus on video games still, but I'd like to kind of break it up for my sanity's sake. And so the working name, I've got a Sit Back Sunday for it, where I'm gonna be like fucking with Photoshop and just like making stupid stuff in it. Maybe you know, some art or something. Most likely like thumbnails or wallpapers or other dumb garbage I can slap together. And then maybe, because there are I've always been very musically interested and passionate about, or vaguely passionate about music. And so thought about buying I have a guitar. I guess I can show you. It's not like anything valuable. Nothing special. But I have an electric guitar. I should probably not drop this. Of course, I always open it the wrong way. Even though there's a bag. I have an old-ish electric guitar. It's dusty now, but it needs to be stringed, and the pickups are all fucked, and I need to replace them. But you know, I've been putting it off and putting it off for a long fucking time, because I'd like to learn to play the guitar. And you know, there are things I can buy that make it so I can capture my audio and stream it to you guys. So I can theoretically justify it from a financial point to fix my guitar. And then, you know, maybe even pick up a couple other instruments. So I would like to, I'd like to learn the piano, you know? Get it, because I kind of know how to play the piano, but not very well. What was it? What was I saying? Right. And then there are a couple other instruments I could pick up. I gotta be careful though, because a lot of the instruments I do know, streaming them would be very difficult. Like I have a drum set, but I would need to get like full microphone setups for that, and that's like work. So I'm not sure if I'll get like super into playing music streams, stuff like that, but I'd like to break up the kind of video game stuff with music and Photoshop and, you know, whatever the fuck else I have to come up with to kind of sit back and just relax and chill with you guys. Just because I have done a couple Photoshop streams and I kind of enjoyed them, just because, you know, it's fun to just chill, you know. Another thing that I'm going to be changing is Forever Friday. I think in the past I've punished myself like once for like kind of giving up on the challenge, and I'm kind of not happy with that. So I think I'm going to be making a like Wheel of Weakness. It's the working name for it. I really like it, so it's probably going to stay. And my idea is essentially what I'm going to be doing is like I'll put a bunch of punishments on this. It's probably gonna be a digital wheel because I can't be fucked to like make a real wheel and like need it to change and whatnot. That's a lot of work. So if I do like a digital one, which there are a million websites that can do exactly what I want, and I'm gonna put like a bunch of punishments on them that aren't like too harsh, but like minor annoyances, and that would make a really funny thing. Right now, a lot of the all the punishments I have are apologizing to subs, like 1-to-1, saying your name, and saying I'm sorry. I could gift subs, I could dye my hair, dress like Fancy Son, which is like rock the mustache, wear a suit, fucking like a fancy hat, all the 9 yards. I don't know if I'll wear dress pants because you guys can't see that, but I'll dress like all fucking like suited up for the sake of a shitty meme. And I'll wear that entire stream. And then I might do like some Fortnite dancing or like cringy garbage that I know for a fact I don't want any evidence of it ever happening on the internet. And I'll force myself to do that nonsense, and I'll put that on the wheel. And like, you know, if I land on it, I have to do some like cringy, awful garbage that I know I will hate myself for doing. that will single-handedly make me want to continue the challenge, just cause it'll annoy me. Let's get tired of this song. Let's switch it up. There. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and I'm willing to add more punishments. I'll probably change them out and stuff like that, you know. Keep it fresh. Another thing that I think will probably be a constant one is I could discount Patreon. And so the lower tiers will pretty much get what the higher tiers get instead. So like I'm never gonna make the first tier free just because that would be a major inconvenience for me to have to make twice the many videos. But it might happen, maybe. But like the higher 2 tiers, I could like, you know, move them down for everybody else, theoretically. So for instance, like the first tier would be able to have their name shouted out at the end, or a verbal shout out, which I think is the highest tiers like thing. I don't remember. But yeah, that's I'd like to change Forever Friday, so I'm actually like punishing myself. I will say that I'm going to be limiting how many times I will do Forever Friday. Probably 2 to 3 times a month, just because you know, I I don't hate myself that much. And for the record, the punishment will likely be filled out in the next Forever Friday. So like if I'm dressing as like Fancy Sun, if it's something that has prep, I'll probably do it the following Friday or the following Forever Friday. So I'll dress up as like Fancy Sun for a Forever Friday, which would be annoying considering, you know, depending on what game it is and how hot it is, me wearing like a full suit would be rather uncomfortable. I also might go ahead and just bring back Sub Sunday. I think regardless of how many subs I have, my only problem is like a lot of the stuff that I want to do, I can't really do with like very little people subbing to me. So it's like this weird thing. Like I can't really do a Q&A with one question, you know? So I guess I could just open it up to the floor, but I don't know. Just weird like that, I guess. I'll have to figure out something. More ideas. But I'd like to bring that back the last Sunday of every month. I already talked about Patreon. Oh, that's pretty much the last thing I changed this year. Is channel points. I've added a couple things. The working name is the Shank Tank, where you can pitch your ideas and I'll shame you for them. There's also the Moment of Silence, which I'll just shut up for like a minute or so. And then a Joke on Demand. All those I think are relatively decent prices. I've also lowered the name of the game thing. To 500,000. So it's a little bit more reasonable, but still annoyingly hard to get. So, you know. I think that's it. I think we can actually play the game now. Play some Terraria. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I mean, I guess I could talk numbers. Gained a fucking 111 followers this last year. Gained 132. We had 132 subscriptions over the last year. Which is a lot of people. And I streamed for 720 hours and 48 minutes. Day to day. From April 3rd to April 3rd, which is technically 366 days. I think it's hilarious that my BEP emote has been used more than like literally everything else. Like actually double everything else. Oh man. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. It makes it worthwhile doing, you know. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all the garbage I want to talk about, yeah? I think we're good. Shut the fuck up, you dumb music. Alright. Enough touchy-feeling garbage. Let's play some fucking games. Hell yeah. Oh man. I've also added a soundboard. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep it. Because it does cost money. Hi, Super.